Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World Evolution, Claire's Sanctuary, right here with me, Tom Jurassic, on the Jurassic Park podcast. So today we're going to dive back in. I've done a little bit of stuff in between episodes here just to get us ready. I have done all of the research we needed to do off camera, and I've also got both our Kentrosaurus and our Polycanus, I think that's it, Polcanthus, something like that. You can tell I'm an expert, guys. I've got both of those up to 100%. So we're going to get in, we're going to get the Kentrosaurus in the paddock we've already built, and we're going to build a paddock for the Polcanthus, get these dinosaurs with their ratings up properly using the paleobotany system, and we are then going to finish this DLC. So let's see how we do, let's see if we can finish it today. Right, so let's get those Kentrosauruses. I don't know what their social kind of levels are, so we'll get 2 to begin with. Yeah, we'll get 2. See how these guys do. You can see our profit margins have dipped slightly. That is because while I was doing everything else, our Baryonyx and our Albertosaurus died. So I had to rehatch them, but obviously the scores haven't quite gone back up yet. I do wonder, Uranus, we can probably hatch a couple of them as well. So we will do that eventually. What about Euplocephalus? We can definitely hatch a couple more of them as well. Cool. So we will send out some more expedition teams while we're doing this, just to get 100% on the last few dinosaurs. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am absolutely melting right now. It is a serious heat wave here in the UK. Maybe I did 100% everyone. Yeah, I did. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. But yeah, it is a serious heat wave in the UK. I think it was meant to be about 30 degrees Celsius today. So I am not enjoying this heat, I won't lie. Okay, so we'll get those. Makes sense to send another team out to restock these. These guys seem to be going through their feeders rather quickly. So that's second team rolling out. And we will get our third team rolling out as well. I do wonder if they're going through them quickly because I've only got one of each plant in them. That might make sense. Yeah, guys, I am absolutely melting today. I would usually have a fan on. I think I said this last episode, but it is a little bit noisy. So I have opted to keep it off for this episode just in case. But the results are one very, very sweaty Tom, who I think you will be glad does not have a face cam set up, to say the least. So here we go. We are hard at work. We've got a storm inbound. Hopefully it's not going to be a massive one, but we will see how it goes. I do like how in the Hammond Creation Lab now, as you can see what dinosaur is hatching in each bay. That is really, really cool, really useful information. Our storm has arrived, so we will open our emergency shelters as a precaution. Get people taking shelter just in case. You never quite know what's going to happen. We do have some damage being done. Hopefully nothing major. I have put quite a few storm defense stations in on this island now, just to kind of try and alleviate any potential threat. Okay, so that's our Kentrosaurus ready. We'll get our ACU teams on standby to get both of these guys. Just wait for the doors to shut for the other one to spawn in, and we can take a quick look at this guy's social score, see if we need to get any more ready to hatch. Okay, so we are going to need more. That's fine. We'll hatch We'll go for 5, you know. We'll get a nice number to begin with. So we will get these guys hatched. Can we still hatch with that one lying there? Yes, cool. Right, so we'll leave those ones in there for now while we get some more. The storm has passed, so we can open these. I've set them to go and they're getting attacked by a velociraptor. Wow. They'll go and repair that. While they are doing that, I'm thinking we'll put the coal thingy-majibby in here. Like so. It's nice in some ways having a restriction on the number of dinosaurs you can place down, because it really encourages you to make big paddocks, which is quite nice. Yeah. I spent so long last episode placing those rocks down, and now I'm just going to get rid of them. It's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know? We want to link these up. So I want to have that coming out of there, curving around, joining up the main path, and in a similar vein, I want that linked up like that. Perfect! That is exactly what I want. Cool. Right, okay. Then we will extend that like that. Put that in place. Cool, so we're looking good, guys. We're getting there with this, slowly but surely. I hope the kentrosaurs are going to like their paddock. Equally, I hope these guys like their paddock when they get into it, but we shall just have to wait and see. It would be nice if you could see the comfort scores, so kind of what sort of space they need before you hatch them. And maybe there's a way to do that and I've just never figured it out. I'd be interested to hear if you guys know whether that is something that exists or not. Because I've never quite got there with figuring that kind of stuff out. Right, so we'll put a large substation here, right on the coast. If this was a real park, I would be berated for placing that there. Imagine the kind of environmental exposure that's going to have. It's just going to take a beating. And then we can curve this pathway back through here. Curve it around a little bit more. Like so. I do quite like having like little foresty paths that lead to places. I feel that works quite well.
We have added a new viewing gallery for you to observe our magnificent creatures.
Okay, right, so what type of dinosaurs are these? They are Stegosauridae and their preference is pawpaw. Okay, so we'll put a couple of those in here quickly before we move them. I should already have it up, you know. Thought I did. Perfect. Now you do need to make sure you confirm that selection. I keep forgetting to do that and it leads to me having to go in and do it again. But yeah, cool. So we've got more dinosaurs that like pawpaw. That is not a bad thing because that really rolls off the tongue. We will send these guys in here to go and fill those up. And we will then get our transport team in place to move these guys. So let me check their ratings actually quickly. Forest, They need a lot of it? No. Looks like they need a fair bit, so we'll see. We'll see how they cope with this paddock. It may be that they need some more, maybe like in the corner here. That's the thing I like with being able to place down your own trees. Not only is it useful aesthetically, but it also means that you can fit more vegetation into tighter spaces. So in the past I've often thought, oh, I need more trees, I can put some stuff in here, and then it's perhaps not been a space that the brush will want to grow trees in. So it means that it stops me being able to use what should, for all extensive purposes, be a functional space. But I mean, even then, look, it gives you quite a bit of control. So now you can put trees kind of around your gated entry without making it problematic for your personnel to get in. So you can see if I was to put this here, for example, and stick a couple more of these, like, there, and maybe put one more big one back in here, you can see it just lets me control that a lot more. So you're able to get much easier kind of control over how your vegetation is shaping the environment that you're placing these dinosaurs in, which is nice.
We are moving to
So the moment of truth, are they going to be happy with this paddock? I hope so. If not, we will have our work cut out for us.
Asset has been delivered. Acknowledging asset
Right, so
collection
that's
request.
one. That's two.
Asset delivered. En route. to
And
get the
where's
asset.
number 3? Let's see, do they like it? They need a little bit more forest. So if we were to put one more tree in, I reckon that would get it. Put a couple in there. How's that? Perfecto. Right, we'll get our extra ones in and then they will be happy. I'm thinking we're going to hatch a few more Uranus quickly. Just because I don't want to rush this, you know? I don't feel like we've got any need to rush it. So why would we? Let's get some... We'll get some step Uranus. And we'll get 3 of them. Okay, so that's those hatching. How are we looking ratings wise? We are 3.5 stars. Great dinosaurs, okay welfare, and not enough dinosaurs. That is fine. Right, we will get these Uranus into the park. I did not want to cancel that then.
Asset
Did we
delivery
get...
confirmed.
I feel like we got incubation speed 2.0. We'll put that on. Get them out a bit quicker. So you guys should be happy with 3, right? Yeah, but 5 is just going to make it a little bit more occupiable. Oh wait, so we've got a dinosaur from all available herbivore species. So I assume one of these is the same species as the Polycanthus, which makes sense. I might hatch some anyway, just to drop them in here. We're probably about to hit our target for the mission, though. Maybe. Where's the welfare problems? There aren't any. Right, so we just got to wait for that to drop to 0, I assume. And then we have done it.
Asset has been transported.
I definitely haven't got any Polycanthus, right? Uranus, Euoplocephalus, Sinoceratops. No. We're done.
You've actually done it. All that planning and it's paid off. We've created the ultimate refuge for these dinosaurs. Now, this wondrous island can be the home these beautiful animals have so desperately needed. Sanctuary. The dinosaurs have it now. Because of you, they may finally have a place in this world that is safe. I've done my part, Finch. Now do yours.
Claire, what you and your team have accomplished is nothing short of a miracle. I wouldn't want to do anything to tarnish that.
Sanctuary is for the dinosaurs.
Of course. And those willing to pay for the ultimate paleo safari experience, huh?
Things never change.
But they do evolve.
So that's it, guys. I wasn't expecting that to be over so quick, but we have finished the DLC. Here are the credits. Johnny Watts and Michael Brooks, we had the pleasure of interviewing them. Richard Newbold was the person who was there when I visited, and Brendan came to the meetup, which was awesome. So shout out to those guys, and shout out to all the other people in this list. There are lots of names here, both familiar and non-familiar. Andrew is familiar, but there's so many people at Frontier who still passionately work on this game every single day, and honestly, the amount of stuff they've managed to add to this game since its launch, and the stuff that I'm sure is coming in the future, really is making a difference to this game. I know this is one of my favourite games. It lets me immerse myself in the world of Jurassic World in a way that nothing else really does, and I am really grateful to have the opportunity to appreciate this game and to continue playing it right here on the Jurassic Park podcast with all of you. So, as we let this go through, we'll let the credits roll. Big up all of these amazing people who made this DLC possible. I had a blast with it overall, and if you guys haven't picked it up, I'd recommend getting your hands on it. So as we go through the cast here, I just want to shout out again everyone who works on this team. Lots of new and old faces. I know I saw Ed's face, or name even, in the credits there. Ed has now left Frontier, but he was one of the community managers. He was really present when I first came into this community alongside Bo, and they're both really, really positive influences, so it's nice to see him credited here as well. Yeah, as you can see, lots of people do work hard behind the scenes to make these games possible. There are so many people who put hours and hours into all the subtle little details that we may never pick up on as an audience, and I think it's so important to note that, you know, when it comes to video games in general, we as consumers get our hands on the final product, but actually there is so much time and effort that goes into polishing each individual element of the game that really, really is so important. You know, these games would not hit the level of quality they do without all the independent people who work so hard to make sure that they hit that level. So I do have a lot of love for all the people here at Frontier. I'm very happy and very grateful to have been able to have such a positive relationship with them throughout the life of Jurassic World Evolution, and I do hope that that will continue because it has been an absolute blast. Little bit surreal seeing John Williams' music there as well. And the credits for people who work at Universal in the games department as well, you know, equally as important in terms of making these games accessible to all of us and giving the Jurassic brand these games as well. I mean, just seeing how many different names are on here as well is phenomenal. I'm not entirely sure if these names are just purely associated with the DLC or the game as a whole, because I know that things like the crowd voices, for example, were done for the core game. But even then, it's interesting seeing just how many people are involved in these projects and then continue to support these projects as well. There we go. Okay, guys. So that is Claire's Sanctuary completed. We still have more to do, you know. I want to hit that 5-star rating so we can get this first-person safari tour into our sandboxes and really start being creative. So let's not waste any time. Let's end this episode by getting these 3 Uranus's into their paddock, and the next episode we will begin the final steps on the quest to 5 stars. We're gonna hit that, guys. There's no way we're not. I really want that first person drivable safari tour. So and I'm thinking that once we've got all of these dinosaurs in place as well, we may very well do a little tour of Sanctuary, just to show the dinosaurs who survived what was supposed to be an extinction level event.
Asset collection request received.
Okay, so we will move these Uranus back into this paddock, and then that's where we will call it a day. I think we do want to get some pole campus ready for next episode as well. So we will queue them up in here. Just so they're getting prepared, you know. And next episode we should, in theory, be able to 5-star. It may just be a lot of hatching dinosaurs. To get our dinosaur values up. Equally, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to go about getting our welfare up. We will just see. Okay, so we will get these guys into their paddock, like I said, and then we will call it for today's episode. So, you can see all of the other Uranus are hiding up in the corner here. We can hatch some more Euoplocephalus as well, so we will definitely do that. We are just flying these guys in now. As it turns to night time.
Asset transportation complete.
Okay, so we have got our new Uranus in their paddock. These guys have got quite a good social score. We've got quite a few of them all together, which is awesome. And we will call it there for today. So, our welfare rating's back up. We've just got to get more dinosaurs. So that will be our mission for next episode, guys. We're just going to save it here quickly. There we go. And our mission for the next part of this series, and quite possibly the final part, will be to get more dinosaurs safe on Sanctuary, where we can end this series. Thanks for all the love you guys have shown on the series. I really appreciate it. I've had a blast playing it. And I'm really, really excited to get this island to 5 stars, so stay tuned because we'll be there soon. In the meantime, guys, take care and have a great week.